Cool. We are live. So I guess we'll wait a few seconds. People start chiming in. I already know who chimes in. My sister-in-law is one of the first people chiming in. My friend Denise George. She's normally one of the first to
Cool.
chime in. Yeah. I call Denise George. I call her Booby Boo. That's Booby Boo. He'll be chiming in.
I just have all of
And
my
I tell you,
constituents here. Okay, cool.
yep, there she is.
Hey,
There she
Denise.
is.
Hey, Denise.
Didn't I tell you?
Said
I
it. You
told
said
you.
it. Hey, Jay, hold on. I just need to plug in for a second because my battery is running low. Right back.
Okay. All right. We were just talking about you, Denise George. We just said I call her Booby Boo, and I said, damn, my sister-in-law will come in. I called it. Here they are. They're the first two in. That's Boo. So Candace Camille, this is Diane Rosier just chimed in.
Hey,
Booby
y'all.
Boo,
Hey. Nice to
Boo
meet
just
everyone.
chimed. Yep. Yep. All right, we're gonna get started, folks. Let me go ahead and start my traditional opening. If it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Woo! I'm fired up. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You won't believe I have none but the best from the rest. This is Candace Camille here with me live on our Monday Motivational Power Talk. She is known as the Wellologist. Let me tell you, folks, she is so well, you can walk up to her and make a wish.
Yeah. Okay. No pun
I always,
intended.
I
Wait.
always make a She never know what I got up my sleeve. I'm always saying something crazy that trips her out.
Yes,
but
yes.
but ladies and gentlemen, I like for you to meet Candace Camille, and most of you who are already online, I haven't seen any of my Florida people come in yet, but those of you mostly in the DMV, I'm gonna let you know that Candace Camille have a gym right in the National Harbor. So you
Yes.
need to keep in touch with her. Send her a friend request. Do whatever you need to do. Visit her fan page. She'll tell you all of that stuff as we get started. And make sure you check in with her because as I talk about wealth and having this wealth conference coming up in January, which we had to change the date to. It really doesn't make sense if you're going out here and you're trying to build your wealth, you're trying to build your empire, but you're going up in Arby's all the damn time and you're not eating what you should be eating. You're not intaking the natural sources that your body is craving for. So I'm not the person. I can share information, I can share articles and some of my experience, but the knowledge and the wisdom is really going to come from Candace Camille, who is living this lifestyle. I'm getting better with my health. My health is great. I mean, I can run again. My heel, what is that? Bone bruise in my left foot started feeling better since I started taking some.
It's called the hills. It's called the hill spur.
The heel, right, and it started getting better. As soon as I started taking this wheatgrass powder and mixing it, drinking it, and I also been sloshing it with my tooth because I have a tooth that's supposed to have a root canal, and feels like now the tooth is healing itself, and I'm like, this is unbelievable. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna shut up. You don't want to keep hearing from me because I'm not here to talk. I'm here to bring in my friend, my wellologist, Miss Candace Camille. Hello, Candace.
Hey, Jay. Thank you for all of that. It's such a pleasure to be here. Anytime I get the opportunity just to offer a little information about how simplistic it is to be well. Because basically that's what it was. Because if we were, it's so much information out here. It's so overwhelming. It's the internet. It's what we read. It's just totally overwhelming to the point that we just say to hell with it and don't do anything. You
Wow.
know, and we just think that stuff is just going to just fall where it lay. So a lot of the times it's just not important to us until it has to be. So that means something has to happen to us. Same thing like your heel spur, same thing like your tooth. Something has to happen to us in order for us to create the change. You know,
Yes.
and that is the problem when all the information is out here and all you have to do is change your life. And I generally say change your life because it's not a lifestyle. And that's why we're not doing it because it's a cookie cutter approach. And everybody's formula is not the same. And that's what it is because you hear, oh, it's a lifestyle. No, it's your life. And you have to develop your own formula. You have to develop your own style. My 1+1 don't equal your 2. So what I
Right.
do as a neurologist, as a health coach here at Pure Neuphoria Wellness Boutique, as well as at Willpower Gym, you know, where I operate as the chief wellologist, is help you develop your formula. What does that look like for you? Whether that you are a carnivore, that's somebody that eats meat, somebody, whether you are a pescatarian, that you don't eat meat, but you just eat fish, whether you're a vegetarian, where you just don't eat any animal products at all, and then vegan, where you take it all out, you know, the dairy, all animal products, and everything is just basically from the earth. It's what it is. And as my grandmother say, if it walked across the earth, you should not be eating it. So that's why I eat fish. I was like,
Wow.
it's swim in the ocean. So I'm basically here to just because I know we want to just take on the time, keeping the time, you know, under consideration, just to answer some questions for what it is that you think your people want to know. I see a few people on here. So what are some of the questions like in your tribe, like they want to know? Like I said, I've been at this just a little bit about myself, so you guys can understand that I'm a grandmother. Um, you know, I'm a mom. I'm a grandmother of 5, a mom of 2. My oldest daughter is 40. I lie about my age so much, but I think she just turned 43. And my youngest is 38. But I had her when I was 2. That's just my disclaimer, you know, my disclaimer there. But anyway, the so basically that's where I am. So I'm cancer conqueror. So the fact of the matter is I kicked cancer's ass 22 years ago, and I've been well ever since. So when you talk about being well, I didn't survive cancer. I kicked its ass, excuse my French, but that is a cusser. Somebody needs to cuss at cancer. You get to
Yes.
do that, by the way, by virtue of how you live. So I changed everything about my life, and I made by one decision. Because all it takes is one decision for you to say, you know what? I want to be well. I don't like what I feel like. I don't like the size I am. I don't want to feel like this anymore. And just because, and you do it. But see, that's where it comes in. There's some work that you have to do. You know, we can't hope about it. We can't pray about it. We got to stop hiding behind Jesus saying he going to come down and take this 55 pounds away from us without you doing no work. You're asking God to asking God to order your steps and you don't want to move your feet. Something's wrong with that. You know, so there's some work that we have to do, and that's what you have to find out. What is that work? Before you can find out what the work is, do you know what you have to do? You have to know what you want. You got to know where you're going. If you don't know what you want and know where you're going, you're going to settle for what you find. So what we're settling for, well, hold on, let me repeat that because I want y'all to hear this. If you don't know where you're going and you don't know what you want, you're going to settle for what you find. And what we're settling for today is diabetes. We're settling for hypertension. We're settling for heart disease. We're settling for pain. We're settling for arthritis. Those are chronic diseases that we don't have to have. I always say, when I say to my clients, you are injecting yourself with these diseases by what you put in your mouth. You have to change your eating. It's not about just the weight itself. It's so much other things that attributes to our weight that we have to get rid of. There's some people, there's some places, there's some thoughts, there's some things. I always say we have to look at our relationships first before we even think about how we're going to fix ourselves. Because you can't fix yourself if you got negative people in your space. That's all about being well, right? So think about it, Jay. You got friendships, right? You have relationships, you have partnerships, and the definition of a ship, it says designed to take you someplace, right? So if all these relationships that you have in your life is not positive and it's not taking you, and they have anchored against you, holding you back, it's time to abandon ship, pull up your damn anchor, and get out of there. That's just how it is. You have to get out. Get out. But you got to tell that to the committee in your head too. That negative committee in your head that comes around you and say, chick, you can't do that. It ain't gonna work. Dude, you've been trying this all the time. It ain't gonna work. So even when the negative committee meet in your head, you gotta tell them to shut the hell up and go sit down somewhere. And then you gotta work. You gotta work.
That's right.
You gotta work. You gotta fight. See, y'all thought I was gonna tell you what you gotta eat. No, before you can even consider eating the right foods, Jay, you got to know where you are. Period.
Exactly.
You gotta know where you are and what you want and what the heck you gotta get rid of. Because before you can do anything, you have to start with your mind. Because listen up, y'all. You cannot get your body tight if your mind isn't right.
Right.
You cannot get your body tight if your mind isn't right. So the same thing about all the business, and we're working and we're entrepreneurs and we're doing this and we're wondering why we on this seesaw, we up, down. But look at your body. It's indicative to what's going on in your life. If you get butterball ass naked in the mirror right now, I can tell you your life is the same way, because our body, if you think your body is a hot mess, that means your life is a hot mess.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it goes hand in hand. They are parallel situations. If you get butterball naked in the mirror and you don't like what you see, right, then you have to know your end game. So I would say to you, Jay, listen, what is your end game? Like what when you want the touchdown, what does the touchdown look like for that? Let's start with you, Jay. What does the touchdown look like for you? Like if you wanted to change the way that you are, what's your touchdown?
My touchdown, my vision, I have this little electronic vision board.
Okay.
And everything that I have on it, of course, we all know what a vision board is. Those of you who just got started talking about our vision, our end game. And I already know what I want to weigh. I already know what I want to be able to do physically, and including being able to run with a bone bruise in my foot that's probably healing but has some scar tissue. So I have a vision of those things, what I want to do physically. I want to be able to jump and touch the basketball rim again. I haven't been able to do that for a long time, and as I see these results happening, I already know that I'm getting better. Like now I can run. I can't run full speed, but I can jog.
Okay, so let me stop you for a second. So your big butt is getting in your way. So every time you say the word "but," everything before that don't even
exist. Right.
So listen, you gotta shrink the size of your butt and understand that you can't go back. That dude don't exist anymore.
That's right.
That dude was younger. He was faster. He can jump over the damn hoop. You gonna hurt yourself if you try to do that now. So listen, he don't exist anymore. So we're not going back. That's number one. See, because you
Right.
remember, you are now on the hunt for the person you have yet to become. See, because now
Right.
you're a little older, you're a little wiser, so you're looking for
Right.
that better person right now. So even as
Exactly.
you do vision your electronic, your body board, see, because my body vision board is the same thing, and mine has my 80-year-old self on there. So for those, all of you that's on here, I want you to look in the mirror and let your 80-year-old self talk to you back from your electronic vision board.
Right.
So when you talk about building your body, touching the hoop, running that mile, making sure that your bone spur is okay, what you're doing basically is building your body retirement. So when you
Right.
get 80, you still can do these things, right?
Right.
So
Exactly.
that's what we're talking about here.
That's
And
right.
it's on your phone. If you do it on your phone, but see, my thing is it's on your phone. Electronic is good, but I go for manual. Put it on your refrigerator because that's where you're going to get the food from. Listen,
Right.
food ain't
Right.
in your phone. It's in your refrigerator. Hang the
Right.
list here as well. Go back to some old school and print it out and put it. You know how I lost all of my weight, y'all? I used to be 215. If you go to the Wellologist page and check it out, my story is there. All my pictures are there. For when I was a little chunkish, I'm a little chunkish. I was a little chunkish back then. They were there. But no, I did not have surgery. I didn't do any of that stuff. All of this stuff was natural. Because in order to be well, you cannot find it in a bottle. You can't find it in a pill. You can't find it in a shake. You can't find it in a wrap. You can't find it in a tea. Those are temporary fixes, just like the drugs the doctors give us. They are temporary fixes. So
Right.
you have to ask yourself, do you rather take 2 pills or take 2 stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you like, for those of us, we don't want to exercise, but just recently, the American Medical Association says that exercise is now a prescribed medication. So the doctor now can write your prescription to exercise. That's good and bad because Planet Fitness is getting ready to clean up even more, and ain't nobody exercising in there. Maybe a few. Let me take that back before somebody come after me. A few,
Right.
that's actually exercising in Planet Fitness and getting it done. That's how I look at it, like that. So one of the things about it is that we have to just develop no, wait, did she say she's 80? Yes, I said that on my board. Somebody's asking, Diane.
Yeah.
No, Diane, I'm not 80. I'm not 80 yet, but I'm closer to 80 than what? Than 60? Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. Listen, only way I'm gonna tell y'all is that, listen, I have a daughter that's 43. That's all y'all need to know. So no. But
And listen,
no, Diane, I'm not 80, but I am the new 60, and I
and
am.
yes, and listen, folks. By the way, folks. Oh, to answer Charles Price, electronic visible meaning. I have it on my phone. I have it on my PC, and I always watch it. One thing I have on my phone is my electronic vision board. I also have my little apps for my credit and stuff because I'm keeping my credit on point. I'm keeping my health on point. So I keep all of that with me. I take it everywhere I go. I watch it all the time. I used to do the manual thing, like I had a list of goals. I used to post them all around the house.
Uh-huh.
But now I carry all that stuff with me everywhere I go. I keep it with me. I look at it. When I take a break and I'm reading, I open up my app, start looking at my credit score. Then I start looking at my vision board for my health. And my weight issue, I don't have a weight issue. I just have an injury issue. My main thing was my foot injury. I don't have any blood pressure issues, no diabetes, any of that. I stay on top of my health for making sure I don't fall into those categories of being diabetic and stuff like that. So
You
my
know what?
main issue is,
You
yeah,
you you said it perfectly. And this is what I want people to get, because this is what I teach as well. Because again, it's just not about the physical body. What Jay talked about, in order to be well, there is a clear difference. You can be fit and unhealthy. You can be
right,
healthy and unfit. But when you work your way up to being well, that's a whole nother story. See, what
Right.
he talked about is, and I need somebody to put this down in the group, because this is what it is to be well. So the definition of being well is to be whole. So everything that you need in order to be well is basically what Jay is talking about. You're talking about, when we talk about mind, body, spirit, and what does that talk about? That talks about your physical body, as it relates to your body, your mind, your spirit. But so it means wholeness. So you need your physical limb, right? You need your emotional, your mental limb. Your mind plays the biggest part of you being well. You can't be broke, busted, and disgusted in your mind, because when you are that way in your mind, everything is messed up. See, the other limb that you have to be well in is you have to be spiritually well. So you're talking about physical fitness. You're talking about emotional fitness. You're
Yes.
talking about mental health fitness. You're talking about spiritual fitness. You're talking about financial fitness, right? You're talking about passion fitness. You're talking about purposeful fitness, where your business come into play. See, we have to work on those things simultaneously across the board. Most of the time we're working on one or two. And most of the time it's either your money and your spirit, because
Right.
we think God gonna come down and take care of everything, and I need to work to make some money, because I ain't going to work out. I don't have no time for that. I ain't going to sleep. I don't have no time for that. Yes, I am stressed out, but leave me alone. I'm going to work because I need to make some money. God is going to take care of it. Heck no.
Right.
Why you waiting on God? He waiting on you. You
Exactly.
can't sit there without doing no work. Forgive me from going on a rant, but it drives me crazy. So
Right.
at the end of the day, you gotta do some work. There's some work that has to be done. And just like Jay figured out his formula, see, the phone doesn't work for me. So even
Mhm.
as Charles asked about the vision board, you gotta find your thing. You know
Right.
that thing, everybody's thing is different. And you gotta find what that is. So
Right.
mine is different. For me, when I lost my weight, I put my pair of pants. I wanted to wear a size 6. I was in a size 18. So my
Mhm.
6 went hanging on the refrigerator. So every time I went in there to get a piece of cheesecake, those pants was looking me in my face. So you gotta find your
That's
thing.
right.
You know?
That's right.
So you gotta
Yeah.
find. So for everybody on here, we're all different. What's your formula? So let me say
Right.
why our formula is not added up, Jay. This is why our formula don't add up. So when we had the old phone, when we had to dial 800, 555 1234, right? And then the
Yeah.
lady came on, and the lady says, you must first dial a 1 before this number can be completed. Well,
Right.
your call is never going to be completed because you are not in the formula. If you don't add the 1 to your number, you will never answer the call. You will never
Mhm.
answer the call. It's you that has to do it. That's right, Diane. Faith without works is dead. It is dead, dead, dead. You got to do some work. But then you have to ask yourself, what is the work? It's just like we talked about the winning and Jay's touchdown. So he know what his touchdown is. So here's what he did. In order to get into that end zone, in order to get that win, he may be right back here on the 50-yard line, and he may have to reorganize, change some plays, add this in, take this in, go long, go wide, go around. But at the end of the day, he got to keep from getting sacked. So at what he's doing right now with his visual vision board is every day he's in it, and he's making sure that he's not getting sacked. He's calling a play, he readjusted the play, and he gonna drive that ball upfield so he can get this touchdown. And he may go
Mhm.
out of bounds. But here's the deal. You go out of bounds, but you get to call it right back in. You out of
Mhm.
bounds. It may be 3rd and 1, but you still got time to readjust so you can get right back
Right.
to number 1. So when you talk, and y'all can tell I love football, right? So when you talk about,
Right.
when you talk about the game, it's your game in life. What game plan are you getting ready to create that's going to get you the touchdown? and you got to figure that out. So is it this? So here's what I want to leave you with. So if it's this, there's some things that you have to do daily, because I can't come on here and not give y'all a game plan, right? I'm getting ready to give y'all some plays. So you got to be willing to play the game right now. So here's the deal.
And
Jay,
first, they got to make sure they have a playbook.
there you go. Pull it out.
Pull out the playbook so you can tack these plays into your playbook.
Come on, man, let's talk football. Y'all thought we was coming on here. Y'all thought we was coming on here to talk wellness. We coming on here to talk games. We're coming on here to talk about the game of life. But you think about it, it is so parallel to the things that you have to do. But here's most important, and I want everybody to answer this question. And Jay, I want you to write this down. What are you pretending not to know? What are you pretending not to know? Yeah, I want y'all to breathe that. I want you to inhale, and then I want you to exhale that. See, because we know what we have to do. We're just not doing it. You know, for the old verbiage goes that when you know better, you do better. That's a bunch of malarkey, because we're not doing better. We're worse off than we've ever been. We're worse off than we ever been. And it's so very, very simple. It's simplistic. No, I did not wake up like this. I didn't wake up this cute. Yes, I do think I'm cute, by the way. But I didn't wake up like this. I didn't wake up like this. I work like this. You got to do some work. You got to want it. You know, recently I was on Dr. Oz, and he told me, you know, I was between the ages of 38 and 41, right? So that means my insides are getting younger. My chronological age is going up, but my insides is going backwards. I told y'all I had a 43-year-old daughter, so I teased her this week and let her know I'm younger than her, you know? So just, you know, I'm younger than her, simply because there's some things that I do daily that I'm getting ready to tell you that that you can start to do. Huh?
Because it's funny you said it. I was watching Super Soul Sunday. There was a lady there that said, getting older is inevitable. Aging is optional.
Come on now. Did y'all get that? It's inevitable. We're going to be chronically older, but aging, it's optional. You get to decide. You hear that? You get to decide. The power really is in your hands. It really, really is. I mean, so here's the deal. So y'all ready for the 8 doctors? It's 8 doctors that you should be visiting daily. So y'all ready for these 8 doctors? Can anybody out there just say, give me one doctor? It's rhetorical. But if you visit these 8 doctors daily, every single day, I can promise you, you will be getting the touchdown. You will get the win every single day, and you will not go out of bounds. But when you do go out of bounds, because sometimes life come and knock you on your ass, but you won't stay down, you'll be able to jump right back up. So here's what you have to do daily. Number 1, Jay, you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? Number 1, you got to go visit Dr. Spirit, right? You got to have a higher source. You got to have a higher power, right? Because listen, whoever you choose to call him, God, whatever, Jesus Christ, you know, whoever your higher power is, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. That's who I tap into. That's my source. See, because he's the source and everything else is a resource. That's number 1. Number 2 is Dr. Meditation. You got to be still. We're so busy running around, nobody's being still. You know, when we pray to Dr. Spirit and we talking to God, we talking, we ain't listening. So in order to hear from God, you got to be quiet. You got to be still. So you got to take some time to hear what he has to say. How you going to keep asking for something and making decisions and you ain't taking the time to be quiet so you can hear what the dude got to say? You know, you got to be quiet. Take some time so he can talk to you. So that's
That's
number two. And you need to do it every single day. You can start off with a minute. I do it for 20 minutes a day. It's very, very important. It's a healing aspect. It's not overdone. It's not overrated. The third one day is Dr. Nutrition. So that is Dr. Nutrition, Dr. Food. You got to have some good foods. I tell you, it's a couple of things you got to get out of your life. When we started, we talked about processed food and processed people. You got to get them out of your life. So you got to eat the rainbow. You got to eat the rainbow. The more colorful the food, the more nutrition it is. If it's beige and white, it ain't right. It's just that simple. So you want to get away from the processed foods, the refined foods, the white foods, the more colorful it is. You may think it's expensive now, but you either going to pay now or you're going to pay later. So it's all relative. It's all relative. You can go buy a $600 or $700 bag and you put the best gas in your car, but you can't put the best food in your body. Come on, that's a mic dropper right there. Something's wrong with that picture. You have no value for you, but you got value for your car. You got value for a Louis Vuitton. You go spend $600 or $800, $1,200 for a bag, and you ain't got $1,200 to put in the bag, and you worried about paying $25 for a steak. Come on. We got our priorities mixed up. So you got to get yourself some good food. And you have to understand the value of your body. We're taught to go to work. That's right. We're taught to go to work. We're taught to get a good job. We're taught to get a pension. We get a pension and then what? Die. Because you so busy building up your money retirement that you're not building up your body retirement. Dr. Nutrition will help you build your body retirement. You have to make a daily deposit into your body in order for this to work. So the next one is Dr. Hydration, right? What's number two? Dr. Meditation, right? So the next one is Dr. Hydration, right? Water. Listen, how can you say on here you don't like water? 85% of your body is water. So you basically saying you don't like yourself. Right. How about that? The water is who we are. Our bodies is made up of 85% water. You gotta drink the water. You gotta drink the water. Okay, by standard, 64 ounces a day. But from a personal trainer standpoint, you drink half your body weight. So if you are 200 pounds, you need to get you about 100 ounces in. So for me, I'm like, look, the last I weighed myself, I was like 142, right? So I'm all muscle. So I drink about 80, 90 ounces of water a day simply because of the way that I work out. So that you gotta drink the water. There's so many, alkaline water is better for you. This water, I grew up on tap water. I'm fine. So, you have to choose. The water that's in the bottles is a multi-billion-dollar business. Get you some tap water and put some lemon in it. If you cannot. I do bottled water for convenience and convenience only. So you have to do it. If you do the testing, it's not that crazy for me. But when you talk about the pH of your body and the things that's going on in your body as it relates to illnesses, that stuff is infused with magnesium and potassium and all the vitamins and stuff that we need to get out of food and the supplements that we're taking. So I'm not telling you to drink tap water alkaline. I'm telling you to pick it. Choose one. Do something. Drink tap water, drink alkaline water. Whichever one that you choose, because I drink it all. I drink what's handy. And I put lemon in all of it. For me, I like Pellegrino. I was a soda junkie. I was a Mountain Dew junkie. It was a drug, y'all. I fiend for that stuff. I was a crackhead with it. So I still wanted bubbles. So I went to Perrier and I finally wound up with San Pellegrino. I love Pellegrino. Again, you got to find your formula. So the next thing is air and sunshine, right? That's the next doctor. Get outside every single day. Get some air and sunshine in your life. We got a vitamin D deficiency and sunshine is free. We're so busy sitting behind a computer for 12 to 14 hours a day. I love it when I see Jay out walking in the sun, getting the natural healing effects of the air and the
Yes.
sunshine. It's vitamin D in it. Most of our vitamin D is under 20. It's why we got all of these autoimmune diseases. It's why our hair is falling out. It's why our nails look like they cracked up. It's just. So if you're not on a supplement, you need to be on one, a D3 1000 daily. I take 2000 daily, even for the way that I eat, because our soil is already compromised. So you want to start to do things as you go along. So let me see, what did I have there? So the next one is Dr. I got Dr. Exercise. That's the one. Come on now, Dr. Exercise. Put Dr. Movement up in there. I can give y'all a prescription for that one now. Listen, movement is medicine, y'all. Movement changes everything. Movement changes your physical, your mental, your emotional state. Your physical, your mental, your emotional state by moving. It changes the molecules in your body. It changes your endorphins. It changes your hormones. So your hormones. So if you want to feel better, if you want to feel differently, so if you on here and you stressed out and you feel like crap, then you got to do something different. Get up and move. Push yourself away from the chair. I tell folks right now, sitting is the new smoking. You got to get up. You got to get up. I know I'm running over, but y'all give me a few more minutes. I'm coming to the end of this, right? Okay, cool. So, and another one is Dr. Fun, social fun. We so busy attached to all these gadgets. When the last time you called somebody? When the last time you called and said, hello, how are you? And you weren't asking somebody to buy your program. We ain't fun. We done made like, oh Lord, what's she calling me for? She gonna try to sell me something? What happened to just pure unadulterated fun? We forgot how to be kids. On any given day, I'm between the ages of 8 and 80. You gotta be fun. You gotta get crazy. When I was at the beach this weekend, I put some of the pictures out. I was just ripping around in the water, all weekend long. I was at King's Dominion with my grandkids. I went on every roller coaster there was, so it's like you just gotta have fun. And even as I was on the roller coaster, and it was up and down and different, it was swaying back and took your breath away. It's indicative to life. It's indicative to life, the ups, the downs, the sides, the round. We be moving and weaving and bobbing and all that kind of stuff. As I was riding this thing, I'm always in thought, because this certified emotional mastery coach is always in thought about how we feel when life go up, when life go down, when we take a lateral move, and when we got to kick things and we got to hold on. At some point, it was like, do I hold my hands up or do I hold on? So do I let go? So in our life, do I let go or do I hold on? See, most of us are holding on so damn tight that nothing can get in. So at that point, even as things got a little tight, I put my hands up. Let go. Because in order to grow, you got to let go. So you got to have some fun. You can't do this if you don't let go. You got to let go. So go have some fun. Go talk to somebody. Go laugh. When was the last time that you guys on here had a belly busting laugh just because? I'm a laugher because it's healing. Deep down in your soul. And you need to be able to do it on demand. Jay, can you laugh on demand? Come on, let me hear you laugh. Come on, bring it.
Hey, you know what? When you were speaking of having fun, you know what I had in mind?
What? Sweet.
You remember the little pig riding in the car?
The little pig out the window with his head out the window.
Right.
on this. Being well is so simplistic and so much fun. You know, that's how I was on the roller coaster. I was a little pig on the roller coaster. I'm telling you, just had just a lot of fun. And then not only that, when you are around children, they just give you life. You
Yes,
know, they just give you life because we forget how to be kids. So go have some fun. Go have a belly busting laugh just because you can, you know. And the last one is Dr. Sleep. Dr.
yes,
Sleep. It is not overrated, y'all. We got to go to sleep. You got to go to sleep because when you go to sleep, you rejuvenate yourself. You rebuild. We are consistently trying to build our business as entrepreneurs, but what we have become is the unfit entrepreneur because all we do is sit down all day. We're not taking care of our bodies. What they say, I think when I'm doing my research because I'm writing my book, and it talks about 98% of us have these bad habits, you know, that we're doing. We're not moving. We're not sleeping. We're not getting outside. We're not eating the right foods. We're smoking. We're drinking, you know, 98%. So there's only 2% of us in the United States that's well. That's a very low number.
yes,
That is a very low number. So you got to go to sleep. You got to go to sleep. That's how you build. So if you want your body to build, so if you're trying to build your business, I read an article, Jay. I don't know if you read this article, Richard Bronson. Did you read the article? You got to
I
read
have,
the article because they asked Richard the question. You know, we're always trying to figure out what does these billionaires do, right? Like, what's their secret sauce? What's their formula? How do I get to be a billionaire? You know what the man said?
what's that?
He said, I work out every day. 2 words I got for you. I work out every day. He says, working out gives you a clear thought process. He says, working out and going to sleep makes you more money because you can think clearly. You're more creative. You can come up with more stuff. It's a sense of freedom. You know, so I've been telling folks that for years. You want to feel better, you want to get more ideas, go run around the block. You may not only make it one block. You know, if you make it a city block and tomorrow go do it again, and then go do it again, and then go do it again, and then do it again. You know, you just can't stop. My clients say to me, okay, how often do I have to see all these doctors? How often do I have to do this? So my answer to them is, how long do you want to live?
Exactly.
You know, how long do you want to live and how often do you eat? Because if you eat every day, then you need to be visiting these doctors every day. So when you go get your numbers checked at the doctor, the medical doctor, you know, my medical doctor tell me every year when I come in. And I say to them, he was like, Candace, why are you here? I was like, just so I can come so you can draw the essence of my life that's going to tell me a story. So the blood in your urine that when you give it to them is the essence of your life that's going to tell the story on how your life is. But I can promise you, if you start to visit these 8 doctors daily, you will change your story. And that's what this is all about. Even with Jay's electronic vision board, he is changing his story. See, you have the power to say that this is not how the story is all about. The story is going to get. Changing his story. See, you have to wait a minute, Jay. I got this thing on here. Hold on. Let me just hold on. Yeah. Can you hear me, Jay? Okay.
Oh yeah, loud.
Can you hear me? Okay, cool. So you have to change your story. So once you change your story, but you do it 1 minute at a time. You know me, Jay. You got a minute? It takes 1 minute. You know, 1 minute to change the course of your well-being. You know, a little bit more about me. Like I said, I'm Candace Camille. You know, I'm CEO of Candace Camille Enterprises. Owner operator Pure Euphoria Wellness Boutique and Willpower Gym. So I have 2 physical locations that I work out, that I build mind equity and body equity. I am a certified emotional mastery coach because I believe, and I did that because working as a personal trainer, when I was training, my clients, Jay, they come in and I'm training them and I'm trying to get through and I can't get through. So you see my red couch back there, right? I was like, oh Lord, you gotta go lay on the couch. Cause I got to move some things around in your mind so I can get you to move some things around in your body. So the Red Couch Chronicles was born. So I have a program with Red Couch Chronicles where I literally help you build mind equity. I help you understand who's leading you, what emotion is leading you. See, because we've led by how we feel. So when you start to visit these 8 doctors every single day, you start to change your emotions. You start to change how you feel. You start to change your story. But here's the deal. What I think that I wrote today, that physical preparation is not an option unless you get mentally prepared. You know, you cannot get physically sound if you're not mentally prepared. It just won't. And that's why we keep starting. We keep stopping. We keep starting. We keep stopping. See, wellness is not an exercise thing. It's not an eating thing. It's not a planking thing. It's a commitment thing, right? Being well is a commitment thing. You know, you can't do well. You have to be well. You know, Nike says just do it, right? So I'm going to leave y'all with what the wellologist says. See, the wellologist says be it. See, because you can't do this thing. You have to be it. See, because wellness is a state of mind. It's not something that you do. It's who you become. So who are you becoming? Who are you hunting for? See, even if you say you want to lose weight, you want to be happy. You know, I want to be elated. I want to be excited. Do you really? What are you doing to attract that? See, you can't create happiness. You gotta attract happiness. You can't create wellness. You have to attract wellness. You have to decide what it is that you want every single day. So if you want happiness, call it out. You know, every day I have a mantra. I want amazing. Sing the song every day in every way. I feel amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes. Listen, I call it to me. Some of that stuff sounds crazy, but it truly, truly works. And you know what my grandmother used to say? Sometimes you just got to get crazy like a fox. That's just how it is as it relates. As it relates, I'm crazy like a fox.
That's right.
As it relates to your well-being. See, because I am number one. There's God. This is my order of business in my life. You know, I was married for 23 years and my husband died. And, you know, so getting back out here in the dating game ain't no joke, right? So I had to decide, you know, where I want to put this dude, right? So, you know, I start conversations like this, and sometimes they look at me like I'm a little crazy, but it's like, okay, there's God that's always first in my life, right?
Yeah.
Right? So I say to the dude, listen, I got third position open in my life. You know, say like, okay, where you going with this? Because, you know, your significant other, they want to be first in your life, you know, at all times. And I'm like, no, I got third position open. So if you're willing to take third in my life, we can continue this conversation. But if you're not willing, don't make no sense. Let's keep going right now. That's what let me explain, right? That's what they said, Lucy, you got some explaining to do, right? Let me explain. See, there's always going to be God, right? Always, number one. And then there's me, and I do it unapologetically. And then he can step in. So he number three. I'm never, ever, ever again in life will put anybody else before I put myself other than God. And that's the only way to be well. See, we are run down. We are broke, busted, and disgusted because we're so busy trying to hold up other people's weight and we can't hold up our own body weight. And see, and that's what visiting these 8 doctors is about. So when you decide to visit these people every single day, and you know what, again, put it on your electronic, you know, I have it in my phone too, Jay, but it's all in my refrigerator too. I'm telling y'all know the little magnet things on your refrigerator? They still work. You know, put it on your phone because again, we attach to it, right?
That's right.
So, you're attached to it. But I'm gonna tell you, Jay, about your phone because I love the phone. But hear me good on this one, right, Jay? If you treat your body and your well-being like you treat your cell phone, all of us will be well.
Yeah.
Listen, ain't nothing you would do if you would go freaking crazy if you had your cell phone. You're
That's
gonna
right.
make sure it's paid on time. You're gonna make sure it's working correctly. If you drop it in water, if you drop it in the toilet, you're gonna stop everything you're doing and run to the nearest store. You're gonna make sure that it's in working order every single time. So if you can do that for your phone, I don't understand. Why can't you do that for your body? Why can't you do that for your life? How is
That's
it
right.
that you are not as important as your phone? Come on,
That's right.
somebody. You
That's
know? Okay, so the international speaker in me has summoned itself up.
right. That's the thing. You know what? At the end of the day, it's the priority.
There you go. But it's not even the priority. It's you, the priority. And then you
Right.
prioritize. See, because
Yes.
that's where we get it mixed up. You see, because we have been on our priority list most of our life, but we have been putting ourselves at the bottom of the list.
Right.
Just okay. So let's go to the phone, right? Because I love these analogies, right? So when they send you the thing to say it's time for an upgrade, right? So it's time for an upgrade. It's time for an upgrade in your body. It's
But you
time.
know what? When they tell you about this upgrade, normally that's when the phone starts acting up.
Mm.
But we don't wait till
That's it, but you don't even wait. Listen, you go and you fix that thing. You
Yeah.
go and you fix it no matter what, right? The singles code. I like that, by the way. Yes, that is a singles code. Charles, that is a singles code. It really is, and it really should be, Charles. I am so with you. And you know what, Charles? I'm excited that you a dude and you saying that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Simply because that's the way it should be.
Right.
So we come in, with dudes thinking they want things one way and they don't. See, but when you are right inside yourself, you don't have to worry about what anybody else wants because you coming and going. You coming in strong no matter what when you build your body up. But when your mind is weak, and that's because your body is weak, you're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? You're not going. You're just going to be on that seesaw of life where we are up and down and up and down. And I'm telling you, wellness has nothing to do with your body waistline, but your money do, right, Jay? So
That's right.
so your money do. So your money do. See, because right now, statistically speaking, let's talk about the financial fitness right now. See, statistically speaking, right? When I've done my research, just like Richard Bronson said, if you want to increase your bottom line, you got to do something about your waistline and your behind. See that, and and that's what it says. And why? So you would be like, is that offensive? No, let's just say why, right? Running in place, good. That's the way to do it. As a matter of fact, before I get off of here, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell y'all about the planking. I got to tell them about the planking, Jay, and I'm going to be gone. But what it is that when we are overweight, being in our mind and our stress in our body, we got a lot of dead weight that we're holding on to, we can't move as fast. We can't think as fast because we don't sleep. So our progress, our morale, what we're doing in our work, what we're doing in the workplace, and this is coming from corporate America, is why they start making us pay for our own health care. It's because we're getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And that's because there's no movement. So our bottom lines decrease as our behinds increase. And that's basically what it is. They felt like because we were overweight, because we were sick, with all these chronic diseases that we were giving ourselves, we weren't as productive. And you think about it, if you're tired, if you go up down one flight of stairs and you huffing and puffing, you got to stop. See, I'm going to run right past you and I'm going to be up on floor 15 while you still trying to catch your breath down on the second floor. And that's basically what it is. So these are the things. So I promise you guys, if you can eat, eat right. So if you eat well, if you move well, if you sleep well, and visit these 8 doctors daily, you will live well. And if one of the things, if you as an entrepreneur, Jay, according with all my other accolades, and y'all can go to my website, CandiceCamille.com, to read all about that, is that I'm the creator of the Plank Talk Challenge. If you guys are on Facebook, you can follow me. I created a movement around planking. No, I did not invent planking. No, I did not invent talking, even though y'all see I can talk. And I did not invent a challenge. But I did create the Plank Talk Challenge. I did create the Plank Talk Challenge. And it's a challenge created to bring about change in 1 minute. Because we are entrepreneurs, I'm telling you to push yourself away from the desk and plank for 1 minute. You got a minute, it changes everything. You touch 6 muscles. So if you're saying you don't have time, I'm telling you, you can do this. Like Stephanie said, she was running in place as she's listening to us. That's something to do. So I'm telling you, Steph, right as you do it, catch your breath, get down and plank. 1 minute. Hold your body weight up. So if you want to hold other people up, you got to levitate on your own. So hold your body weight up. Planking is one of those things that you can do it. So I'm they call me the international gangster planker, the plank master, all kinds of names that they've come up with. But I really have mastered gangster planker. Yeah, listen, y'all. Sometimes you just gotta get gangster with it. You gotta go in, just like in your business. You gotta go in and get gangster with it and pull out your power. And that's what I've done in it. So again, you can follow me in Plank Talk Nation on that if you want to up your planking game. So let me call y'all out. Right, y'all know I said I'm the new 60, right? They heard that, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Right, so listen up. I can plank for 74 minutes straight. Did y'all hear me? 74 minutes straight. So yes, I'm showing off. Yes, I am. So if I can do this, anybody can do this. And you have to start from where you are. From where you are. So if you can only plank for 5 seconds, do your 5, drop down and laugh, then get up tomorrow and do 6. That's how you build your state up. I started this thing in time to get gangster. That's right. I love it. Time to get gangster. And that's basically it. You got to get gangster with yourself. And you got to laugh at yourself. Because if you have not done this in your body, you got to know your body is a machine. It's just like anything else. You start cranking it up, you ain't do nothing. It's going to squirt. It's going to squeal. It may not work until you start doing what you need to do with it. So it's time to be a plank. So no, you got to be a gangster planker. Charles, if you going to say that, you got to say it right. You got to be a gangster. So Jay, before I get out of here, ask anyone, do they have any questions? And thank you guys for hanging out with me. See if they have any questions. I'm gonna get up on out of here.
Okay, sure. Anybody have any questions? And again, I'm at 9 p.m. every Monday. It's the Monday motivation. We've had two Mondays getting more guests. So you can also see that when it comes to growing better for yourself. So if you have questions before we go, the wellologist is here. Okay.
Yeah.
How can you
you can reach me at CandiceCamille.com, right? And I am at The Wellologist across social media, and that's at The Wellologist. And my website, you can connect with me. As a matter of fact, you can download the Eat Smoothie smoothie book that I have. Again, like I said, I work across the body. I work and teach. What was the moment? What was your aha moment to lose weight? A cancer conqueror. When I got sick, when cancer came and riveted my body, it wasn't about losing weight. Weight loss is the bonus to being well. I started off because I wanted to feel better, and then I released all the weight. Because again, I say weight loss is like losing your keys. You'll find it back. So when you go into it to be well, your body is gonna go where it's supposed to be. So the weight that I am right now is the weight where I'm supposed to be, is why I was able to maintain it now for the last 22 years. So I still do the same thing. I visit those same 8 doctors daily that I've been doing now for over 2 decades. That's doing it. So the aha moment, just like it became important to me. It became, see, again, we wait till it become important to us. But the reason why I'm here with you tonight is because I promised God, so you didn't have to get smacked down. I promised him, you promise your soul to the devil. I promise mine to God. When you sick, so you start doing all kind of crazy stuff. But I did promise him when I got well, if he helped me through this journey, that I will teach others how to do this. And this system of the 8 doctors, again, this is just something that I'm giving to you. If you do it, I mean, there's different platforms that I have that you can go to your next level over you, but this is my gift to you because this is something that I promised to do it. So I will always have this available to give to you to say this is what you have to do. What you do with it, because here's what I know for sure about me. I'm a healer. I am a healer. And what healers do is they hold the space until you're ready to heal yourself. So all the information that I gave you, all you tonight, is information that you can start to heal yourself. And when you need help to get to your next level, then you raise your hand, and I'm here to answer the call. So again, I'm here to answer the call, but you have to be willing to dial the number. And that's basically what it's all about. So I've been through it. So that was my aha moment. I decided I never wanted to be sick like that again in life. And guess what, y'all? I have never been sick like that again in life. And if it has anything to do with me and my power, I have to do it. So the gym down at the National Harbor is called Willpower. We are at 141 American Way, National Harbor, Maryland. Come on in, and I'm there, Monday, Sunday, actually through Thursday, that I'm there, and every day. And I'm there Saturday sometimes with my personal training clients. But I'm there, or either I'm at Puniforia, or I'm somewhere in the world speaking. So if you have a platform that you need the room to just totally explode, then you need to call me, because when I walk into a room, I come there to make it go boom. Just make it go boom. See, because we've got to just explode in our well-being. So when I walk in, I'm coming with an action plan. I'm coming with a plan for you to make it go boom. Because there's no reason for you to be in any room if you ain't ready to take action.
That's right.
So when I come into a room, we take an action, right there, right now, because there's no other reason to be in any room. So now I'll call you out. Then why are you here? Because I want to know why you here. Same thing here tonight. Why you here? You want to learn so you can take something, and so you can do it inside your life. What's going to make your life better? What's going to make you better? That's it. Make it go boom. Yes. So that's my aha moment. Jay, thank you. But if you guys want to see what the planking is about, I love Jay, so I'm willing to give him an hour of my time. But I gotta go plank, because it ain't a day go by that I don't plank, Thank you. You're welcome. So I don't go plank. It's my purpose. If you want to hear more about that story, join me in Plank Talk Nation. And I have all kind of nuggets. Just these are just little bit of thought processes that you get to change your life. So Jay, I'm going to leave you with this before I say goodnight. The mind is the master power, and we are mind. And evermore, it takes the tools of thought, the shaping what we will. Our mind brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. We think secret, and it comes to pass. Our mind is our looking glass. Our inner picture will determine our outer world. What you think about, you bring about. The power to be well really is in your hands. You get to decide. My grandmother said, yesterday is a canceled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. But here tonight, you got some usable currency. Use this information to enhance your body equity and your mind equity. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Thank you, Jay.
And chew on.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Good night, all. Make sure you go to my page at the Candace Camille, the Wellologist, and look me up. Stay connected. I am full on my friends. I got to clean up a little bit, but you can connect with me on my my business page, my fan page, and keep it going. I put all kinds of tips out there as well, and as in Plank Talk Nation in my group. Thanks, Jay. Good night, everybody.
And you have it, ladies and gentlemen. See you next Monday. See you next Monday.
See you next week. I'll be there too. You're welcome.
All right.